Hey guys, it's Angel here from the Sports Bar. We're here at the Logitech Ice at San Jose, and we have the pleasure of going to do some curling today with the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. After the Olympics, it's become one of the hottest leisurely activities in the country, and we thought we'd take some time and learn the great Canadian game of curling. And we're going to have Claudia, Ray from the Sports Bar, and a special guest, Erica, who's also she will be a key contributor to the Sports Bar this year. And we thought we'd bring Claudia, Erica, and Ray over and see what they thought about curling. So Claudia, you want to step on in? That'd be great. So Claudia, what do you think about our little curling expedition today?
I'm very nervous. I don't want to fall.
Well, that's a given, but that's the comedy of it all. But what do you know about curling?
That it's an Olympic sport.
That's pretty much what everybody knows, and that's what we're going to learn today with the president of the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club, Brent Halpenny. He's willing to give us a personal lesson in curling. So I think by the time the night's over, you're going to be an expert.
I hope not.
And any other thoughts about curling in general?
The only time I've seen curling has been on The Simpsons. So my perception of curling is completely distorted. Thank you to The Simpsons.
Well, thanks, Claudia. I think we're going to have a good time tonight. And I'm going to bring in Erica. Erica, come on in. So, Erica, I know I convinced you to join us today. Our new member, our we'll say intern. How's that sound for the Sports Bar? And what do you think about us going out there and learning the game of curling?
I'm excited, but definitely nervous. It looks really hard to stand on the ice by itself. Walking, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'm excited to find out, though.
Now, it doesn't seem like there's very many females here. Do you feel intimidated by all these geeky men learning this sport?
Not just by the guys. I think girls are better, but I'm just more scared of embarrassing myself in front of everybody. It doesn't matter if they're boy or girl.
And I'm a geek too, so nobody take offense to that comment I just made. Do you think if you enjoy this, you'll come back and take more classes?
Definitely. I'm going to try to get my friends to come out too. I tried to, but they didn't want to. So.
Well, they're geeks too, so yeah. Well, thank you, Eric. I'm going to bring the captain of the ship, Big Ray Garcia, in here. Let's see what his thoughts about curling is. So, Ray, welcome to the Logitech Ice of San Jose.
It's pretty exciting. I have watched curling many a time on television during the Olympics, and this is going to be fun. It's going to be a good time.
So, what do you think of what are you watching on TV? What were your first thoughts when you saw curling on TV?
What the hell are they doing? There's a big stone that's sliding across the ice. It looked kind of like horseshoes or holy board on ice. I'm not quite sure what to expect here.
Do you think you have the proper attire to do curling? Because there's a lot of stretching, a lot of mobile activities you have to do, and I don't know, you got the jeans on, so what do you think?
I got to say that there were a lot of people doing some pretty intense stretching in the class that we saw getting ready. So I'm a little intimidated because I cannot move my body like that. So we'll see.
And how would you compare this to the 40-yard dash we just did?
40-yard dash. 40-yard dash was all instant. I mean, that was you had to get all that in that 40 yards. This is going to be endurance right here. This is going to be making sure that we're able to last, getting that stone down the ice, if you will.
It's going to show our sensitive side. You can't just be gunning this thing. You're going to have a little touch, and you got to show your cleaning skills with the brooms.
Yeah, I got none of that. I got none of that touch or cleaning skills. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, guys, this is Angel and the Sports Bar crew here at the Logitech Ice at San Jose, and we're going to get ready to do some curling. Hey guys, it's Angel right back here at the Logitech Ice in San Jose. I got Brent Halpenny here, the president of the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club. And Brent, thanks for having us over.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
And hopefully you can explain a little bit about the club before we get into the rules. I looked up it started in 1958. If you could just tell us a little bit about the Bay Area Curling Club, I appreciate it.
Well, the Bay Area Curling Club has been curling here since 1958, so we're in our 52nd year. It is something that has been one of the start of curling, organized curling in the Western United States. We were a founding member of COCA, which was the California-Oregon Curling Association, which has now grown into MOPAC, which is the Mountain Pacific, and we have members all the way from Oregon through to Montana, and then down through to Arizona and back over to California. So it's a fairly large region, and that's what our competitive region is called when we're going to the U.S. Championships, for example.
How'd you start in curling?
Oh, I was 10 years old, and we literally lived across the road from a curling rink up in northern Saskatchewan, and my mother took me there and showed me how to curl, and then over the next few years, we just continued to curl. My brothers and my sisters, and everybody in my family curls. Doesn't matter. My grandparents, my parents, all my cousins, aunts and uncles. So it becomes a real social event, as you'll notice when you're out here curling.
And for our viewers, kind of explain how big curling is in Canada. Because I think in the United States, obviously we don't have, well, at least the western part of the United States, curling is not very much known. But in Canada, I know it's, I believe, the #2 sport in Canada.
Well, it's a very popular sport. We have, they say, 1.3 million curlers in Canada. And that's only 1.5 million curlers in the whole rest of the world. So that kind of tells you how they dominate. The prairies are the major area of curling, and that's where I grew up. And every little town has at least one curling rink. Larger towns have more. And it's something that's very vital. It's part of the social fabric. Everyone curls sometime during their life. You get exposed to it in high school or junior high or even in elementary in some cases. Curling is something that becomes a lifelong sport. You can start curling when you're 8 or 9 or 10, and you'll be curling when you're 80.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting. Now, explain some of the rules. I know we're here with a lot of people are getting lessons here, and can you tell us the basics of curling and get us started?
Well, the basics of curling is to slide this 42-pound piece of granite down the full sheet of ice, which is called a sheet, and it's 15 feet approximately wide and approximately 150 feet long from bumper to bumper. Now, what the purpose of it is to send the stone from this end, from where we are here, down to the far end and put it in the set of rings that are called the house. And that house has got a 12-foot, an 8-foot, and a 4-foot. And then the very center part is the button. And the stone that is closest to the button will count. So if you had 3 blues that were closest to the button and then a red, then the 3 blues would count and the red wouldn't count. But if you snuck a red one into the center of those 3 blue, then it would automatically become the counter. So some people have explained it as shuffleboard on ice.
Right.
It's actually closer to chess on ice.
Okay.
It becomes a very complex game, and I know we're going to show you folks how to curl. Take me about 40 minutes to show you the basics of curling, and then it's going to take you 40 years like me to learn how to perfect it. It's a lot like golf. You have a very quick learning curve that you can become proficient, you can enjoy it, but then to take it to the elite level where what the Olympic curlers are, I mean, they're throwing a stone, sliding it down that 140 feet or 130 feet exactly where they want it, and they put it within a half an inch of where they want it. And some of the curlers, like the ones that win the gold medal, probably putting within 1/8 of an inch of where they want it.
That's amazing.
So it becomes very integral. It's also a team sport. The person who's delivering the stone has to determine that it's on target. The 2 sweepers determine how far it goes and where it's placed. They're actually the one putting it in place, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. And then the skip is the one that's calling all the angles to make sure that it does what he wants it to do, and he's the overall person for strategy. So it becomes 2 hours of a lot of fun out here, and you're really enjoying yourself because you're involved with every shot, and then you're watching what your opponent does.
Right, exactly.
So 2 hours go by very quickly.
Okay, well, this is Angel and Bren, and we're going to start doing some curling, and let's get this going.